Alain Prost has announced that this will be his last Grand Prix season. But we'd like to spend a moment with a man who is not here. Just 13 races after it began, Michael Andretti's Grand Prix career is over, and last year is just a memory.
You know, this is a very exciting day in my life, in my career. It's something I've always dreamed about, driving Formula One. I think I've been very, very fortunate to be able to be driving for the Marlboro McLaren team, which I think is the best team in the world.
The best team in the world and their new star suffered problems from the very beginning at South Africa. Mechanical breakdowns, errors of judgment, or plain bad racing luck. The results were painfully spectacular. Michael's commitment and effort were plain even in the practices as he struggled to learn on the job in the McLaren Ford described as a difficult car by three-time champion Ayrton Senna. There were scattered signs of clear progress. A fifth place at Barcelona, Spain for his first World Championship points, and a drive through the field for sixth at Madincourt in France. But a quick exit in McLaren's home race in England opened new cracks in Michael's confidence that McLaren boss Ron Dennis could not or would not close. 2 weeks ago in the Italian Grand Prix at Monza, Michael drove with his old flair, finishing third. Then last week came the final divorce.
We had different problems, different circumstances, and the end result and the solution, and not an ideal solution because they're very rarely ideal solutions, seeing Michael come back to race in Indy next year.
Taken at face value, Michael Andretti's Formula One numbers tell of a promising start, not the immediate impact everyone seemed to expect. Those expectations are just a part of Michael's Grand Prix story. With more on that, here's Derek Daly.
Well, Bob, the rumors at Monza during your telecast were rampant about Michael Andretti's future. Well, he has decided to move back to IndyCar racing, and we were welcomed into his home to discuss his past and his future plans. Michael, why the decision to leave Formula One?
Well, it was a decision that needed to be made at this time. My option was up with Ron Dennis, and we needed to know where we were going to go, if he was going to renew our option for next year. And at this time, he was not ready to do it for various reasons. He doesn't have an engine yet for next year, and so he wasn't ready to make his driver decision. So instead of letting the great opportunities that I had for over here, such as the Ganassi team, I felt that I was going to take it because I did not want to end up with nothing next year.
Do you feel you had a fair crack at Formula One? I
don't think so. I think for various reasons that we've all discussed throughout the year with the practice, the limited amount of practice and the testing and so on, it's been very tough. But I feel that the last few races I've been really making progress, and you know, I think that if I was given the opportunity to have another year in Formula One, I can guarantee the results will be a lot different.
What do you think were the main items that hindered your progress this year?
I think it goes all the way back to the beginning. When I signed the deal, many things were different. We thought we were getting the Renault engine at that time. We thought we were going to be doing about 2,000 or 3,000 miles of testing at that time. And none of that happened for various reasons. And I got into my first Formula One race with about a day and a half of real testing. And then we had a problem with the clutch on the line at South Africa. And I think from then on it just snowballed the wrong way. I think had we've been better prepared going into it, and had that clutch maybe not have broken, it could have snowballed the other way. But instead it went the negative way, and it set the tone for the next few races, which really, you know, hurt my confidence, hurt the confidence within the team, and I think those are the reasons.
Do you think the mistakes and incidents that happened sapped your confidence, and that you weren't actually driving as well as you feel you could have?
Oh, no question about it. I mean, at that time you're like just thrown in there, not knowing where you're at, and you're just trying to learn the track, trying to adjust the car, trying to learn the car, and then you put all kinds of pressure on yourself to perform. Ayrton Senna, with his experience, is doing, you know, he's that much quicker than you, so yeah, that's when you put yourself in a bad position to make mistakes, and that's exactly what happened. And you know, midway through the year, I just said, okay, I'm just going to do things my way now. I've made my mistakes. Now I just got to learn by it and just go out, try not to be careful, just start to go for it, and from mid-season on, I could feel that I was driving much better. I was being more patient, and it was coming.
What happens now from here on in with Formula One? Is Michael Andretti finished with Formula One from here on in?
Well, I want to stress, first of all, I did not quit Formula One. It was just came down to circumstances, whereas because of my decision to go back to IndyCars for this next year, Ron Dennis was put in a position that he needed to value another driver, and because of that, that's why I will not be driving in the final 3 races. I'm not saying I'm happy about that decision. I'm not saying that I just said, go ahead, here's the seat, Mika, but it was a very difficult decision for me. I'm not giving up. I didn't give up, and I'm not quitting Formula One. Formula One could still be in my future. I'm not saying it is, but I think after the effort that I put in this year, with all the heartache, I'd like to reap some of the benefits of that heartache, in the next few years of going back and showing that I think I can do the job.